All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is for November 27th through the 3rd of December 2017. And this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. And you do want to make sure you're watching this video for the right sign. All right, so a lot going on this week, Taurus, in terms of some very important astrological events. Pretty much all the aspects are, in fact. So we're going to talk about all these one by one here. But basically what we have here is a full moon at the week's end on Sunday. And so as we go through the week, more of this momentum being built, more of this insight, and it's just all in all a good week for implementation. So at the beginning, on Monday, Tuesday, Mercury is going to go over Saturn. So there is this sort of serious energy about these couple days. Collectively, it could be about our mind and how we think about things. But for you, it's involving two key areas. One is your finances or your resources. Some of you are going to be starting a whole new chapter with this area and maybe revisiting it next week when Mercury goes retrograde back over Saturn. We'll talk about that. But starting something new about, taking this area seriously, whether it's your finances, your resources, or maybe it's just your sense of self-worth. Right, self-reliance even. And so good to do that, good to start some things with that. And then also too, in terms of your self-expression, where can you have some fun, some creative energy, some spark in your life, right? All of that can be great to start establishing some things with that also. Now, once we get into about Thursday, Saturday, Mars is going to be, or Thursday, Friday, Mars is going to be opposite up to Uranus. All right, so there's a bit of this erratic energy here these couple days, collectively speaking. Again, your personal chart's going to determine that the most. But if you do feel any nervousness, if you do feel any of this wanting to break free, or even kind of chaotic kind of energy, it's good to stay nice and balanced. And I think what this is involving is your self-expression, and then also maybe anything involving groups or your community or your friends. So the thing here is that Mars has been really helping you direct your self-expression, right? Be very direct with your self-expression, to put some energy into this area, such as, again, expressing yourself verbally, but maybe having some fun, cultivating your passions in life. There is motivation here for this. However, it is about balance. And so what Uranus is helping us see here is that there is this also importance of others' needs, or the bigger picture, the progressive side. That's great to be expressive and having fun, but then also to consider, the community, the group, the friends, things like this. So how can you strike this balance between your passions and what the group needs or the community needs that can help balance out this energy? And I think through that, it can help you integrate the two, because they're really just two sides of the same coin. Now, this could also be involving relationships. If you feel any erratic energy involving relationships, good to, again, strike that balance with the same things and just practice a bit of the freedom. Because I think what's needed here is you need some freedom or some sort of change, spontaneity needed in your relationships. So if you can bring that into your relationships, I think that is a really good way of working with this. Because we all do need freedom in our relationships, right? And we can find healthy ways of doing that. So that's the opposition there. And then once we get into the weekend, this is where a lot of the aspects are sort of concentrating. One is a very nice one. Jupiter is trining up to Neptune, taking us all the way into August of 2018. So this is the first aspect we're having with this. And it is a very good energy for just all in all having some faith about life, more acceptance in our life, and healthy sense of ideals that things are possible and there's potentials. But usually we have a dream about it, but it's not so ungrounded. It's actually more grounded, and that hopefulness can inspire us. These dreams can inspire us. So very nice there with that trine. And this is going to be involving your 10th house of career, which a lot of you over the past roughly 10 years have been noticing maybe that, this might be an area of uncertainty if we're trying to figure it out. But with this trine now, there's more of a willingness to go with the flow, more of a willingness to surrender, go with the flow when it comes to your career. And also too, with a bit of your self-expression as well. Jupiter's actually right on the cusp between your 5th and your 6th. So there's likely going to be more easygoingness with your self-expression or the things that you find passionate in life. Ask yourself, what is it you find passionate, or what are you passionate about in life? And this is getting this nice receptive energy about it, accepting energy about it. And then also with your work, because Jupiter is going to be going into your 6th house here next week. Actually, we'll probably start to feel this of now expansion coming up about your work and routine, and that area being emphasized. So there'll be some easygoingness and receptive energy about that as well. All right, so very nice trine there with that. But there's a lot of other energies this weekend. One is the full moon that will be squaring up to Neptune. All right, so this is a full moon in your sign. This is the sort of halfway point of the year for you. 6 months ago, you had the new moon in your sign. So now it's a status check. How have things been going the past 6 months generally, particularly pertaining to your independence in life, your personal needs, your goals, the things you want, and do this evaluation and see that, of course, it's so important to have independence and things for ourselves, our personal needs being met. But I think a big key with this full moon will be about balancing that with relationships, because there's a lot of emphasis in your 7th house of relationships this week. You have the sun here. This area is really being illuminated. You could be learning a lot about it with Mercury here this week. And in fact, this weekend, Mercury is going to go retrograde. And so you're going to be revisiting this area over the next few weeks, revisiting relationships, rethinking them, redoing. What does it mean to you? What are your values with them? Learning about relationships, give and take and all this. But at the same time, you got Venus coming into the 7th this weekend as well. So this is going to help you really see the value of relationships, connect them, connect to them, see what you enjoy about them and enjoy them generally, right? So a lot of this concentration on the 7th. So balancing the relationships with the self, others' needs and our needs, right? Finding that balance, finding that integration. And the integration point is going to be the square to Neptune, which is squaring it from the 10th house. So again, this might feel like, although there's that hopefulness we talked about, there may be a bit of apathy. There may be a bit of uncertainty, right? And maybe ungrounded energy. And it could have to do with the career. Maybe there's some confusion about it if we're trying to figure it out, or apathy about it, whatever it is. But it is about practicing presence. It's a fantastic full moon for this. We do have support to do that with the trine to Jupiter, but with this T-square, challenge yourself to integrate more of that presence into your career and just generally in your life for all of us. And maybe into relationships as well, releasing what's outside of our control with relationships, and releasing what's outside of our control with our goals and the things we want in life. And through this can be very constructive. In fact, with the insights you do gain regarding these areas over the weekend, it'll be a great time next week for implementing some of this stuff. Okay? So Taurus, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.